Welcome to Ocean Science. Today we're visiting the dunes of North Holland, and with Mel Del Mar we will explore this unique ecosystem. So first of all, we need to know what is a dune. A dune is a formation mainly on sand, depending on the winds and the sand availability. We have 5 mainly types of dunes depending on this wind direction.
Barshan dunes. These dunes form in crescent-shaped forms and they're available with unidirectional winds and limited sand supply.
Then we have another type of dunes, the linear dunes. This type of dunes goes parallel to the wind direction and are common in places where we have 2 mainly wind directions.
We also have star dunes, which are characterized by having multiple arms extending from one central peak, and these kinds of dunes form in environments with multi-directional wind.
Then we have another dunes as the star dunes. Here we have the wind coming from all directions. And we see that it's rare without a slip phase that forms this dune.
And lastly, we have parabolic dunes, which are U-shaped and they have vegetation down their arms. And these kinds of dunes form in environments and ecosystems like coastal regions, like similar to the ones we will see today here.
Around the world, we have a lot of examples of dune ecosystem. One of them we can find in the south of Gran Canaria in the Canary Islands, Spain, which is the Maspalomas Dunes Park.
Another example are the dunes of Chachalacas in Veracruz, Mexico, and these are one of the few active dune ecosystems in the Gulf of Mexico. But sadly, due to the large amount of over-tourism and the lack of regulations, these dunes ecosystems are extremely threatened.
We have other examples around the world, as the dunes of Colorado, United States, also in France, we have some dunes, Lithuania, but the biggest ones are in Namibia. The Sossus Blade Dunes in Namibia are the biggest one on Earth, having the record of more than 300 meters on the dune height.
In North Holland, the wind prevailing from the North Sea together with the sand composition, humidity and rain have created these specific dune ecosystems, which are part of protected areas such as the South Kennemerland National Park, which was created in 1995, and it extends over 38 square kilometers of protected area.
So these winds bring the sand inland. And here we have a mid-grain composition of quartz sand. And also here we have organic particles that helps to the erosion by the wind and the water. And finally here this ecosystem is known for a moderate humidity and the rainfalls. This helps to create vegetation, and this vegetation helps to maintain the dunes as one common structure. So the idea is that we have 3 main things that maintain this ecosystem: the type of sand, the wind, and also the rainfalls.
So when we have multiple dunes sitting in the same larger area, we get a dune ecosystem, and these ecosystems vary a lot everywhere in the world, and they depend a lot on their environmental conditions such as wind, sand availability, and the vegetation available. Here, the dunes are part of national protected parks with things like regulated access. Sometimes you have to pay an entrance fee, or they have certain regulations to make sure that the visitors are respecting the environment. So this park and the ecosystems in the Netherlands in general are a good example of how through their environmental education and their regulations we can still have thriving communities and we can still have access to nature, but in a respectful way.
So that is all for today. Thank you for watching, and thank you to Mel Del Mar for this collaboration. And if you enjoyed this content, you can subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!